Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Carpe Diem Reboot. That's right, we have to continue. So let's do just that. Reboot. I feel my body shake as I regain consciousness. I can faintly hear Ai shouting my name over and over again.
Young, wake up!
I immediately open my eyes and sit up on the bed. Worried that she's trying to warn me about fire or earthquake or something? What's going on?
Good morning!
Seriously? I look her straight in the eye for an entire minute before letting out a heavy sigh. Did you wake me up just to say good morning? That's not how that works, you know.
No, we're going to see Yume.
What? But we just saw her yesterday.
We were texting each other last night, and I decided that I wanted to talk to her more in person. We're like best friends now.
It normally takes a bit longer to build up to that title, you know.
You just don't understand human relationships, do you? Also, I went to buy my own phone while we're out.
It's extremely early in the morning and I already feel tired just listening to her. I mean, there's also the option of her just going alone, but this would only be her second time assimilating with normal people. No matter how adaptive she is, I don't think Ai is ready to be left alone just yet. I'm beginning to feel like a parent. Listen, Ai, this would be the third consecutive day of me going outside. Do you know when the last time that happened was? Never! Why don't you do more projects or something? You want to get to the top of the website, don't you?
That's an entirely different story. Come on!
Oh, it's not! She pulls me out of the bed, making this the second day in a row where she has disrupted my sleep. Is this what my life has become? I know there is no changing her mind once she's set on something, so I submit. Fine, just let me take a bath first. Maybe I can go back to sleep in the bath. I fill the bathtub with warm water and hop in. Baths are weird because even if I find myself closing my eyes and relax when I take them, I somehow also feel refreshed and rejuvenated afterward. Two birds with one stone, I guess. I choose to live in the sea because it's quiet and peaceful as long as I don't leave its confines. I've always been kind of isolated from responsibilities and problems thanks to this place. Unfortunately, it looks like Ai is going to be the end of that peaceful lifestyle.
Hurry up!
Yeah, I'm coming. As much as I want to just sit here and soak the day away. I bet Ai would drag me out naked if I took any longer. She stands at the door wearing some of the clothes she bought yesterday. Cute.
What took you so long?
Probably my disinterest in leaving the house 3 days in a row.
Complain later, Young. I already told her we're on our way.
You're the worst. So why exactly does this need to happen today?
Yume said she'll come with me to buy a phone.
Why do you suddenly need a phone?
So I don't have to use yours all the time. Duh.
And how am I factored into this equation?
You're the one with the phone right now. I need you in order to communicate with Yume.
Is this all I am to her? A cell phone?
She also told me there's a new menu she wants us to try out.
Okay, now I'm a little interested. Drink up new bakery items before they released. Sign me up. Well, I guess if you insist.
You're so easy.
Welcome. Oh, it's you two.
Hey,
Yeah.
How are you this morning?
great!
I blankly stared at Yuma.
I guess I woke you up then, huh? I assume she told you about the new menu as well?
All I know is that there is a new pastry here. Where is it? What is it called? Bring it to me.
I can't even remember the name of it.
Can't you just look at the text message?
Oh, yeah, still getting used to this.
It should be done by now. Have a seat, you two. I'll get it ready in a moment.
So,
So what?
how exactly could you forget something as important as the name of a new pastry?
What are you talking about? It's perfectly normal for a person to forget things, right?
For him it is. For a highly advanced artificial intelligence program, not really.
I am human, Jung. I forget things just like anyone else.
Did you set yourself up that way? Why? Some people would kill to have perfect memory. She pouts and looks away. Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I understand that you're trying to act like a real human, but there are things about yourself that you should be grateful for.
I'm a real human.
Fine, do what you want. She glanced at me to see if I'm being sarcastic, but she can tell that I was sincere about the last sentence.
Of course I'll do what I want. Not even you can tell me how to live my life.
Yep. Before things can get any more awkward, Yuma shows up.
Here it is.
Yuma places two plates on the table. Both plates had something that resembles a pancake, but one is dark brown and one is, well, pancake color.
I call them the angel hot cake and the devil hot cake.
So they are pancakes. Wait, you don't mean...
It's exactly as it sounds. The hot cake versions of the angel cake and the devil cake you guys had yesterday. I'm thinking of adding them to the breakfast menu.
So it's like devilcake.zip.
Converted, not compressed.
Computer jokes. Over the exaggerated plate with the devil hot cake and immediately reach for the butter and syrup. The butter quickly melts over the steaming hot cake and the syrup covers them with a beautiful brown color. I cut off a small piece with my fork and eat it. I don't really know what kind of face I'm making, but I and Yuma are staring at me smiling.
Someone really loves his devil cake.
I'm definitely gonna deny that.
How was it?
Just when I thought David Guy couldn't get it better, this is brilliant. Expect nothing less from you, thank you.
Thanks.
I takes a bite of her angel hotcake.
Mmm, delicious.
Glad you like them.
I want to try it, but I want to try it. I want to try it, damn it!
Do you want to try it?
Yes.
You're so easy to read, Jung. Here, have some.
I cut myself a piece from her plate.
What's wrong? You don't like it?
No, I do. But just tastes like a normal pancake.
Oh, so this is what a normal pancake tastes like.
You've never eaten a pancake before?
Oh, shit.
Um...
She's actually from a place where pancakes don't exist. I kicks my shin underneath the table.
Really? Where is that?
It's somewhere far away. You've probably never heard of it before. Don't worry about it.
Well, let's talk about how great this pancake is. Delicious.
I see. Well, actually, the recipes for the angel cake and pancake aren't much different, so I did expect them to taste a bit similar. I guess I'll just be adding the devil hot cake to the menu since we already serve pancakes.
Alright, these aren't officially being sold here yet. Which means I got to taste heaven before anyone else. I'm so blessed, I think I might cry.
You're being too dramatic.
I'll go get ready so we can head out when you two are done. Be right back.
Head out where?
Buying a phone for me, remember?
Yeah. Can I just go home now? Yuma shows back up as soon as both of us finish eating.
Oh wow, you guys eat fast.
How about you? You're not gonna eat anything?
I ate earlier, so I'm good to go.
There's time earlier than this? What?
So, shall we head out?
Yeah!
Sorry that she's dragging you around despite only meeting you yesterday.
Don't worry about it. I was actually the one who came up with the idea. Besides, I needed to go out today anyway.
What, you need to buy stuff too?
No, but I have to head to the university later.
I guess it works out then.
Okay, onward!
What kind of phone are you looking for, Ai?
Don't know. A normal one?
That doesn't really narrow the selection much. What kind of phones have you used before?
I have only ever used his phone, Jung.
My phone is not the normal one you're looking for, so don't bother trying to find it anywhere.
Not a normal one. Could it be an exclusive device for Kanyoshinti members? That's so cool!
Are you retarded? I've never really called it exclusive, but now that I think about it, it really is only being used by a few of us Kanyoshinti members. It's really just a toy friend and I made a long time ago.
That's so cool! Maybe I should try making a custom phone too.
Yeah, so cool. Crap, I may have just raised my own hurdle.
But I guess that doesn't help us choose a phone for Ai, huh? Why don't we go around and look at different phones? You can pick which one you like afterwards.
Good idea.
We end up checking out several different stores. Most of them have the same models. Obviously.
Universe A8. I've heard of this a lot.
I didn't. Yeah, it's been the last 4 stores we've gone to.
It's quite a popular brand and model.
I wonder why they call it Universe. That has, like, nothing to do with phones.
I think none of the companies that produce phones have anything in the name of them to do with phones. They own the brand that would be the next big thing, so they named it after the actual biggest thing out there, huh? Human chunks, but I just stares back at me with a straight face.
You need to work on your sense of humor.
Leave me alone.
The Universe A9 has the highest quality hardware components on the phone market today. The camera is crystal clear, and the gyroscope and accelerometer are also extremely precise.
You know, you could just get a camera instead for
you
that.
know a lot about phones.
I think she knows a lot about the tech world in general. Emma seems to be one of those people who are excited over a newly released gadget. One of those so-called tech nerds. Just looking at her, I never would have expected it at first. Maybe.
I actually have an A8, the model before it. That's why I know a bit about it.
A poster of an upcoming phone catches her attention and she rushes towards it. She seems extremely excited.
What is that?
I asked me in a soft voice, making sure she doesn't distract you from reading the specs of the upcoming model. Don't ask me! I haven't bought a phone in years!
You need to know more about the world you live in, Jung.
Look who's talking!
That S60.
Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with phones as well.
Huh?
It's an upcoming model. Haven't you heard of it? I've been waiting for it for almost a year now.
She smiles from ear to ear.
Look! It has an integrated thermal camera. It's the first phone to ever have that. Ever!
And how many cameras already have that?
Thermal? So it's got a heat sensor? What do you need that for?
I pull Ai back by her shoulder far enough so that human can hear us. Listen, Ai. If there is anything about this world that I can teach you for certain, it's to never question geeks. I can't tell you why, just don't do it.
Hey, sorry. I got too carried away. So, do you want to check out the next store?
No, I think I've made up my mind. I'll get the A8 so we can match.
Human blushes a bit and smiles.
You might as well get the A9 if that's the case. There's no point in investing in an older model when there's a better one.
There is a point if you don't have money, for example.
Okay. The A9 it is then.
Speaking of which, Jung is not only her mobile phone. until she buys the phone. He's also... Okay, technically he's not also her wallet, because technically she earned that money for him. Whatever. I pass my credit card to Ai as she and Yuma make their ways to the counter. Not knowing what to do with my alone time, I start picking up random phones and pretending to serve them, avoiding my clerks that ask me if I need help. After what seems like a suspiciously short amount of time, Ai walks back over with her new phone held proudly above her head. From the look on Yuma's face, I can tell that I may have been a little too liberal with my credit card.
Jung, guess what? I bought a cute case for my new phone. Look!
Well, at least she was quick. I honestly expected us to take a few hours. I still have some free time before my appointment.
Then how about we go shopping? I need to buy more clothes anyway.
Say what? You literally bought clothes yesterday.
You just don't get it. A girl needs to fill her wardrobe.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Right, Yume?
I actually don't go shopping all that much. I'm not as into fashion as most girls.
See, plus you don't even own a wardrobe.
Fine, we're buying a wardrobe then.
Oh shit. Where would we even put it?
Hey, it's my money. I can do what I want with it.
But it's my credit card.
Then I'm getting a credit card too.
And how are we going to do that without government-issued ID? That line takes Yuma by surprise. I need to stop slipping up like this.
Why don't you have an ID card, Ai?
I lost it?
Why don't you get a new one?
Oh no, she didn't actually lose it. It still totally exists. Yep, not lost at all. She just left it back in her hometown. Make sure you grab it next time, Ai.
Yeah! Thanks, Jung. What was I thinking leaving home without my completely real, not at all fake ID?
Did she buy it? No, she didn't. So, you guys were shopping, right?
Oh, right! Come on, Yume!
I grab Yuma's hand and they take off in a different direction. Yuma still looks a little bewildered.
Where should we go?
I'm not really sure. This city is kind of small and isn't really built for clothes shopping.
It's fine. It's only my second time going to the market anyway. I'm sure we'll find at least one interesting shop.
Yuma kindly smiles at Ai.
I don't know where you're from, Ai, but it sounds to me like it was an adorable little country town. I'm kind of jealous, really. I've always wanted to go somewhere like that.
Me? No, it's nothing special. Just a normal town.
Oh, stop. Tell me more about where you're from. I want to know.
Curious about what kind of lie I will come up, I quietly continue to eavesdrop. I quickly notice that I have no intentions of helping her and is forced to fend for herself.
It's, really nothing special. It's a very restrictive place. Lots of rules and curfews and stuff. I hated it. In fact, I can't even name one good thing about it, looking back. It's like being trapped. It's like seeing all of these other bright and beautiful places out there and never being able to experience them firsthand. It's lonely, isolated.
Instead of trying to avoid the question, she answers truthfully. I guess I really isn't good at lying. I never realized she felt that way. Ever since she's become human, she's been super excited and energetic all the time. But inside, she felt trapped. The way her programming is constructed allows her to adapt intellectually and logically, but I never assumed sentience would be a factor. The idea that a computer program would have feelings. What does that mean for the programs? Other programs? I'm overcome with extreme guilt and fixate my eyes on the ground. Yuma seems confused, but going to listen to nonetheless. Interrupt before it can go any further. She's had some bad memories of that place.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have asked.
No, it's okay.
I give Yuma a forced smile before gesturing a quick thank you to me.
Hey, why don't we try that store down the street? We haven't been there yet.
She immediately converts back to her normal, happy-go-lucky self. The heavy atmosphere has been lifted and the shopping spree ensues. I pull Yuma by the arm. They visit every kind of establishment they lay their eyes on, mostly just window shop. I fall behind like a bodyguard as they hop from store to store. I learn yet more things about the real world as they go. Similarly, Yuma learns more about Ai and enjoys her company. It is obvious how close the two become in a very short period of time. It makes me happy, but at the same time extremely bored and tired following them around. One particular clothing store caught Ai's attention. Not for the clothes that they sell, but for this one accessory that she saw. A ribbon that resembles the hair tie of her computer-rendered model. Immediately she grabs and pays for it and holds it close to herself like it's a treasure. She looks satisfied when fulfilled, but the shopping spree continues.
Oh, I should probably head to the university soon.
We'll go with you.
I decide to speak for both of us yet again. Can this day just end already?
You two want to come?
Duh! I've always wanted to check out a real college anyway.
No!
Wow, your hometown really was small. If we go now, I can probably give you guys a quick tour before my appointment.
Woohoo!
Strangely enough, I've never been to the local university. I've just never had the time or interest, I guess. Mostly the interest. Even though the university is at the complete opposite side of the city, we need to walk there. Normally I'd hate this, but today I'm fine with it for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm accompanied by two girls. One girl and the robot.
Are you going to class today?
No, I just have a quick meeting with the professor.
If I remember correctly, you were at the baker literally every time I go there. Do you take night class or something?
I don't really attend classes.
What? That's such a waste. You don't get to hang out, or talk to your classmates, or go shopping with your friends, or play hide and seek together, or do crazy stuff like...
That sounds more like elementary school than college. Your professor okay with that, Yuma?
They said it's fine as long as I continue to get straight A's.
That's impressive. I've always been hearing Ai praising him and all. I didn't think much of it, but she might actually be someone really great. I must feel ashamed for being the person she claims to want to surpass.
I expected nothing less from my arch-rival Troy. You're not #1 in the world for no reason.
It's kind of weird actually being called Troy in person. Either way, Jung is more amazing than I am. I just have a lot of free time.
Hey, no, I know.
Wait, members of the Kanyo Shinti all live together, right? Does that mean the others are in this city as well? Oh my god, I totally want to meet them. Rumi, Sir Helios, Princess Isabel. Just thinking about it makes me restless.
I don't think I've ever seen her this excited before. I'm impressed about how much you know about it. You even drop names. But no, they don't necessarily live together, they just enjoy hanging out. I kind of not involved with them anymore, so you won't find me with them when I'm here.
What? Not involved? Like you left? Why would you ever do that?
Because I'm right in the mind? There's just... we kind of got the problem.
Oh, shoot. I need to stop asking questions. I'm not very good at reading the atmosphere. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure. I really like talking about the colony of Shanty. It's not like I'm not allowed or anything, it's just a topic I'd rather avoid. Besides, it might actually be a good idea to tell her about the current situation in the group. Maybe that might change her opinion of them as a whole. I guess I can tell you. Why would you do that? Yuma rushed forward and her eyes expand to the 3 times their normal size. Her face is extremely close. I seems interested too. Now that I think about it, I don't think I ever discussed my past with her either. Regardless, they're both completely fixed on me, and I'm starting to feel pressured. It's a bit of a long story, so why don't we sit down on this bench? So where should I start? Okay, so there's a member of the group named Lily.
Lily as in the leader of the group, right?
How do you know this? She was so careful about being discreet that I didn't think anyone would ever find out about her. Well, anyway. Lily and I used to see each other and...
Huh? You had a girlfriend?
Okay, I'm kind of offended by that reaction, but yes. That was long ago, Lee had an older brother named Adam, who was an unofficial member of the Cognoscenti. He was an extremely intelligent person and an incredibly competent leader. He easily gained respect of anyone he came across most mentally. His friend stood as the leader of Cognoscenti previously.
Strange. I've never heard of him before.
I tapped anyone outside of the group has. You've probably heard of him from his other group, but we'll get to that in a second. Lily was never really the leader type, but she was great at finding talented people. This, of course, was what made her so perfect for forming the Cognoscenti. In a sense, she was kind of like Adam's opposite. The two had a remarkable list of similarities, but they were at the completely opposite sides of the spectrum. In case you didn't know it, Adam and Lee came from a high-class family. They are related to some of the very influential people in history. Lee's objective of materializing intelligence seemed pretty ambitious at first, but her brother started to take that to new extremes. Adam claimed that the current government systems in this world were outdated and faulty. He thought that the improper balance of power and constant need for money would ultimately lead to the end of the world. It will. So he wanted to remodel it. He was kind of like a vigilante, willing to do anything it takes to revive his vision of mankind. Confident in his own capabilities, he devised a plan he called the New World Order. The plan proposed a centralized organization responsible for overseeing all nations and all people. But instead of it being labeled as a government, it would be viewed as a group consisting of only the most educated people in the world, all work together to lead mankind down the right path. It was too good to be true, but we all knew he will use everything in his power to make this come true. As he continued to find more exceptional people, the group continued to expand to become more powerful. Eventually, Adam began to take advantage of this in order to set up the New World Order.
Wait, that would mean he would be publicizing the Cognoscenti, right?
That's why Lee was opposed. She didn't want him using the name of the group for his own reasons. He wound up leaving the group to form his own because of this. Some of the members wound up following him and they formed a group called the Perfectibilists.
The Perfectibilists! I know about them.
That's a shitty name, by the way. You're really into this kind of stuff, aren't you?
I've heard about them before too. I had no idea it was real though. The whole thing seemed a little too sketchy. You were involved with them, Jung? That's amazing!
No, I wasn't. Adam's ideology and intentions were worth acknowledging, but myself and most of the other members were smart enough to know that this plan could backfire at any second. That's why only a handful of the Cognoscenti agreed to help him.
Why is that? If he had a plan to make the world a better place, why wouldn't you help him?
Unfortunately, saving the world is easier said than done. Humanity is much more complex than that. If constructing society was as easy as the push of a button, it would have been done a long time ago.
I can understand that. No leader or president would ever willingly just hand over their power, let alone give it away to some random rebel group. Except
America, probably? Exactly, which is why things with Adam created a harsh atmosphere within the Cognoscenti, and it's what ultimately led to my falling out with the group.
Think of it this way though. If Adam was able to recruit a substantial amount of people instead of just a few from the Cognoscenti, he might actually be able to make some sort of a difference.
I'm of course referring to who they give the power. That basically the president of the country has, right? It was decided by the people, right? So, something like what they mentioned here, I think it would be possible for that to happen there. Most likely.
Grow any group large enough and it's bound to attract attention from the government. Isn't that what Adam wanted?
It's exactly what he wanted. But once he amassed those numbers, he wasn't planning on a peaceful takeover. The guy was as much of a bloodthirst as he is pacifist. He wanted his perfectibilities to conduct a hostile takeover on the government itself, one nation at a time. To Adam, the idea of sacrificing a few to save many was a necessary evil, and he planned taking out anyone that got in his way. That's when Lee stepped in. We all knew that she was strongly opposed to the construction of the perfectibilists. So when she finally mastered the courage to confront Adam, he seemed to care more about his new cause than the concerns of his sister. She was now an enemy. and all enemies must be eliminated in order to save the world.
So is that it? Did you all just part ways or whatever?
I wish it was all that simple. Lily was very determined to stop them, and she would have been murdered if I sat back and did nothing. I had to get involved in order to save Lily. What would end up happening was a result of me being inexperienced and overzealous.
So, wait, what?
I killed him. Silence. Neither I nor Yume could say anything. They just stared at me, eyes wide and jaws open. What? I had no other choice. It was really hurting within the group, and since the government would be on his tail as soon as he gained a few more members, someone needed to do something. He was putting everyone who ever associated with him at risk. Hell, it was nearly impossible to even come into contact with him at this point. He kept himself hauled away for weeks at a time. The only reason I was able to see him in person was because he spent so damn long trying to recruit me. Eventually I feigned interest and said I would join him. He invited me to where he was hiding, and I let out an exasperated sigh. My mind went blank. The only thing I could even almost think about was saving Lily. Something in my brain just went off, and it seemed like this was the only plausible thing to do at the time. Lily was devastated, I think. I never had the courage to go back and talk to her. I gathered a few possessions I had been holding on to and just left.
Doesn't that mean you're still dating?
No. What?
Lily, you never broke up with her.
If she thinks that Lily thinks those two are dating, then yeah, something must be wrong with her mind. Is that what you got out of all of that?
You two certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Days went exceedingly better than I had imagined going.
What do you think Lily is doing now?
I honestly don't care. No, I cared nothing about it. It would only cause her more pain by being near her.
How do you know that?
What?
I mean, you did kill her brother, so she's most likely pissed off about that. But maybe she's realized that you did it to save her.
Okay, she took that way too easily.
I'm not saying that she's totally forgiven you or whatever, but maybe she's less pissed off? What I'm trying to say here is that not talking to her about it isn't going to make anything better.
Maybe she's right, or maybe I don't care. Maybe I was to take away from Lily to ease her pain. Maybe the reason I've stayed away for so long is that I've been too scared to confront her myself. It isn't easy to walk out to a girl you're in love with and say, "Killed your brother, sorry." Thanks. Maybe I'll try to reach out to her sometime. Maybe. Or not.
Don't mention it. This also means...
Huh?
You're still a member of the Kanyashinti.
Why are we both like this? I'm trying to tell a serious story here.
I'm also kind of surprised that you've never told Ai that story before. Not good, Jung, not good. You shouldn't be keeping secrets from your girlfriend.
Hey, we're not like that at all.
Really? But you live together, right?
Don't mind him. He's just too shy to admit it.
I has apparently decided to go along with Yume's assumption about us. I mean, it would definitely explain the whole of living together situation, but I just don't want Yume to think that way about us for some reason. Why not? Yeah, total dating. Forgot.
Anyway, I should probably be heading to the office now. Sorry I didn't get to give you guys the full tour. Maybe some other time?
Don't worry about it. Catch you later, Yume.
See you soon.
Yep, bright and early for breakfast tomorrow morning.
I forcefully over her mouth with my hand and wait until Yume is far enough to hear us. Hey. I can't take another consecutive day of physical activity. I need time to recuperate. She breaks free from my hand.
Fine, but you owe me pancakes.
Yume is long gone by now. So, are we supposed to keep pretending that we're lovers in front of Yume from now on? Because I don't think I'm a good enough actor for that.
Why not? It's not like we're far from being lovers anyway, right?
Okay, Even I wouldn't be able to tell because I don't even have an explanation for that. Is that what you think of us?
Do you not?
So, what's the plan now? Should we just head home?
Are you kidding? We haven't even made any new friends today.
Good.
I've got like 100 people I still need to talk to before I fill my quota.
Say what? What a pain.
Young, what is the point of having a cell phone if the only numbers I have are yours and Yume's?
That's enough.
I still need to fill up my contacts list.
You don't know that, but 2 spots you already have filled is the limit for your phone. It's a stupid goal. Just dial random numbers and wait for someone to pick up. Hooray, new friend, let's go home.
That's not how it works.
Sometimes it might work like that actually.
Ah!
If you try. Ai finds her next victim.
Friend spotted.
She grabs my arms and yanks me toward the sad victim.
Hello, hello.
See, you scared him.
What? Of course I didn't. You're not a scaredy cat, right? My name is Ai.
Hi?
What's your name?
Ugo Kasu.
Ai turns to me and whispers.
Why is he whispering?
You're not exactly making the greatest first impression right now. Do you think that could be it? Or maybe he just doesn't like you. Let's go home now.
No way. This quest is still active in my log. I'm about to level up, Young. So, Ugo Kasu, was it?
He nods. He's just too cute. She's just too cute for him.
That's a nice name. What are you doing?
He's painting and you are bothering him.
Shh, I didn't ask you.
I'm sorry, Ukasu. Just humor this annoying guy here and we'll be on our way.
What? I'm not annoying him.
You annoy everyone.
Why don't you go somewhere else while I talk to my new friend?
Stay here and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I won't.
The boy giggles softly.
Sorry.
I was not lying on letting this opportunity to social pass up. She rests her arm on one of the boy's shoulders.
Hey, don't worry about it. Laugh if you want to laugh. Ha ha ha! Laughing feels great, right?
He's still unsure of what to do next. He still seems a bit nervous, but who wouldn't be if they were randomly approached and verbally harassed by 2 random people?
So, Ugo Kasu, my new friend, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. I see you're painting a pretty cool thing right there. That's a really good painting.
Thank you.
If I were him, I have run away by now. Surprisingly now, he's actually responding to her questions. Too shaky to run away.
So hey, since we've now become friends, why don't we exchange phone numbers?
Ugasu reverts back to shy mode and hides his eyes underneath his long bangs.
Huh? What's wrong?
There is kind of this unspoken rule about not asking for a person's phone number 2 minutes after meeting them.
Whoa, really? But then what are the numbers even good for?
I don't know, it's been less than 5 minutes. You're scaring the poor kid.
No, it's not that.
He tries to speak up, but is still barely audible.
I'm really happy that you would consider me as a friend. But sadly, I don't have a phone.
Aw, man, really?
I'm sorry.
Ugasu sighs and fixates on the ground.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm sorry for suddenly asking you anyway. We can still be friends without trading numbers.
He smiles and the air around him immediately changes. This kid is surprisingly welcoming after all.
What about an email address?
Hey, you're breaking another unspoken rule!
I don't have a computer either. Sorry.
Then how the heck are we supposed to be friends? You're more off the grid than I am, and I
have to put my hand over Ai's mouth in order to keep her from giving away who she is.
Sorry again. But I'm usually around the campus in case you guys are here often. You should be able to spot me pretty easily.
Coolio. Good to know.
What the hell does coolio mean? Not having a phone or computer must be tough. I can imagine not having at least one of those.
I just never really found them necessary. That's all. I also don't really have all that many friends, so having something like that would be kind of a waste.
Well, if you say so.
Besides, I enjoy nature more than people anyway.
Oh yes. I nod with passion. Anything is enjoyable more than people. Finally someone who speaks my language.
Hey, speaking of which, you're super good at painting. Do you do anything besides landscapes and stuff?
Not really. Nature is mysterious and beautiful. That being said, looking at landscapes is often relaxing and fun. At the same time, you can find traces of gloom or depression. The beauty with landscapes is that you don't even really need words to describe them. You just feel it. A slight change in the color can alter the mood of a piece almost entirely. Everything is just so delicate and fragile with them.
Isn't this kid supposed to be quiet? How much can one person love nature?
This city has a lot of spots to... Oh, I'm sorry, I started ranting without thinking. I apologize.
Hey, not a problem at all, buddy. Jung and I love listening to your nature talk.
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing to share your interests to others.
Thank you.
Oh, I know Jess. She just said it, but I'm Young. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jung. You too, Ai.
Did he just say Jung?
Nice to meet you, Jung. You too, Ai. You two seem really close.
Totally are. We've been together since birth. We also just been upgraded to lovers.
It's a bit more complicated than that, to be honest.
Hush! Just agree.
This may be the first time I've envied a human relationship.
Human X robot, that is.
Well, now that we're all friends, we can all be super close.
That's good to know. I've had friends before, but never really any close ones. They weren't exactly the type of people I would hang out with or share secrets with or whatever. Those things never mattered to me until recently. I guess I'll be in your care from now on then.
I looks deep in thought while Ugokasu is speaking. It's almost kind of creepy. Her eyes are fixated on him. Yeah, but they look dead. She flinches when Ugokasu bows.
Oh yeah! Totally! We'll be the best of friends.
I'm glad to hear that. Well then, I suppose I will excuse myself for now. I have a class to get to.
Oh man, you're leaving already? I wanted to paint with you.
Sorry again. Next time we see each other, I'll prepare canvases so we can all paint together.
Sounds good. I hope to see you again soon.
Don't get me involved in painting because I'm not going to do that. Because that would embarrass me.
Same to you.
Lucas puts his tools in a bag and grabs the canvas as he leaves. After waving goodbye, Ai sits down on the stone that has been converted into a bench. She still seems deep in thought, and I don't really want to disturb her. Instead, I sit beside her and wait for her to say or do something.
Hey, Jung?
What's up?
I really like Yume.
What the? Okay. Are you just noticed that you're a lesbian, or have you known this for a while?
I'm not a lesbian. I mean, I really like her as a person. And I really want to be friends with her.
You already established that, in case you weren't aware.
I know, but I really want to be closer with her.
So, lesbian.
Stop it. I'm thinking of telling her who I really am.
It's been 2 days! For fuck's sake! You know her for 2 days! No!
What I really am.
That doesn't make any sense! Well, why on earth would you do that?
You know, I really thought I knew you more than anyone else did. We've lived together for a while now and, well, I just thought I knew everything about you.
You see, you don't know some secrets after a few years. 2 days is way too fast!
But then you started talking about your past and, well, I realized I know nothing at all.
Well, that's not something you needed to know.
It's like we're not even close to each other.
Yes, we are.
It sounds silly, but stuff like that really upsets me. It's like you don't trust me.
I do!
I understood what Ugo Kasu said about friends sharing secrets. But then it got me thinking that I'm doing the same thing to Yume.
Ultimate facepalm.
How can we really be friends when I'm keeping her in the dark about what I am? It's like I haven't even been putting in the effort to trust her. That's why I've decided to tell her everything.
Can you calm down? You can't just go around telling people you're a robot even if it's human. You need to understand the wave of your existence. Who knows what kind of chaos would break out if people knew existed? It would be a singularity. You could be stolen, researched, dissected, destroyed. You'd be a slave to science and... well, I don't want that to happen. Besides, this is my secret as well. You have to think about what this could do to me.
Young.
I know you understand the potential consequence. You of all people should be thinking about this logically.
And you, of all people, should know that emotions can't be solved with just logic alone.
Whatever.
I want you to understand how I feel.
Listen, how important do you think it is to share secrets with a friend? If you ask me, I'd say it's really not important at all. Exactly. Everyone has secrets. I'm sure even Ugokasu has some. The fact is that no one out there will ever truly understand who you are except, well, you. Also, there are secrets that you can't share, and yeah, not sharing some of them. In my opinion, the most important aspect of having friends is how you treat them or spend time with them or whatever. You and Yume can be the best of friends without her even knowing your secret. No, our secret. Sometimes keeping things hidden is for the best.
Even so, I want to tell her, Young. Please? Just her.
You know her for 2 days, damn it! Sounding as if she's broken. I reaches out and touches my arm. She's begging. I shouldn't have actually overheard all, should I? At this point, it feels like I'm being selfish. Who might tell someone what they can and cannot do? I understand how I feel. I probably never will either, but if she really wants to tell you the truth, then... fine. Even if it's a stupid idea. But you have to promise that Yuma will be the only person to ever know about this. I'm making an exception for her. If I'm for... you shouldn't.
Yes, I promise! No one else will ever know!
Yeah, I'm sure she will not tell anyone. Yeah, 100% sure. Definitely. I mean, I know her for 2 days. Whole 2 days. She has my 100% trust. Like, I would never believe anyone in the world more than I believe her. That she would keep it as a secret from everyone else. Yes, that's how it works.
Thank you, Young. I love you.
Well, nice. But before that, about my before comments, that was totally not. Okay, that was totally sarcasm involved. So, her face brightens up and the tears subside. Even if I did say no, she would have just kept pestering me until I changed my mind. Still, I'm kind of glad she came to me about the first and didn't just blurt it out. I pulls out the phone. I still can't shake off the possibility that this could go horribly wrong, but I guess we could deal with that if and when it happens. Come what may.
I'm going to tell Yume that we'll wait for her here.
Seriously? Same day? Seriously? Same day? I think I should also apologize to you, Ai. It's true that I never told you about my entire past and everything, but I don't want that to make you think any less of me as a friend. Honestly, you're still close to me than no one else out there. I just didn't think my past was relevant anymore. I wasn't hiding it from you or anything.
It's okay. I understand. But if you're really actually super sorry about it, you're going to have to tell me everything.
God damn it. No! I want to keep it to myself. Maybe those are secrets that I don't want to share with anyone, okay? What if there's something like that? Huh? Okay. I'm already regretting my decision. Fine. It's everything I can think of. I'm born in my father's hometown in the West. Both my parents were engineers. I grew up learning all about the field work, even helping them sometimes. Then I met in high school around the same time when my father passed away. Wow, that's super fast skip to high school. She forced me to join the club. She started saying she wanted to save the school and that she needed me for that. She has always been a weird person, but every day with her was fun. We've been together since until the incident with her brother, which I already told you about. When I had no place to go, we said to come and live here, my brother's hometown, so here I am. That's about it, I guess.
That's quite the story.
Yeah, 5 lines of story. Quite a story.
But I think I expected something a little more intense.
Well, sorry to disappoint. So what happened to make friends and pick up your contact list?
I think I'm gonna save that for later. I still need to mentally prepare for when Yume gets here.
The sky has been dyed orange by the encroaching sunset. We didn't expect Yume's appointment to take this long, but I is determined to wait for her no matter what. On the bright side, this gives her a little more time to think about how she's going to approach the situation altogether.
Hey guys, sorry it took so long.
Hey, Yume! Don't sweat it!
So, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah.
I looks at me as if trying to ask for my permission again. I simply stare back at her. It's something she needs to do on her own.
There's something I need to apologize for. We have been keeping a secret from you.
We know her for 2 days. It's normal to keep something secret from that person. God damn it!
What's with the serious atmosphere all of a sudden?
I'm not actually a human.
What are you talking about? If you're not human, what are you?
I looks down and keeps quiet. I guess she told me that Yume figures it out, so she doesn't have to spell it out for her. Of course, Yume isn't going to gracefully accept this, for who would? I may prevent myself from breathing in, but just barely. It's better this way. After a minute or two goes by, I finally speak.
You see, I have the body of a human, but my brain is electronic.
So, you're a robot?
I looks up to see Yume's reaction, which can be described with no word other than dumbfounded.
Body of a human as in anatomically correct? Blood, bones, tissues, everything?
I note. Yume looks at me as if to confirm if I is telling the truth. Now to think about it, I don't really know how my physical body works, so there is actually real blood and tissue in there. I'm turned away from my thoughts when instead Yume is still staring at me terrifying.
You know, making a robot capable of passing the Turing test would already be more than enough to amaze me. But creating a functional human body from scratch? That's just crazy. Oh, but not like bad crazy. The good kind of crazy. I mean, I never thought I'd live to see the singularity. I knew the current technological state of the world was advancing, but I didn't know we were anywhere close to uncovering something like this.
Let's clear up a certain misunderstanding first. I was the one who created her body. She was.
What? How?
We specifically created a supervised learning program to aid me in finishing various work projects. The program ultimately transformed into an AI that could communicate and function on its own, the way a real person would. The source code was all I did, everything else was done by her.
That's... I can't even think of a word to describe how I feel right now.
Do I have words? That's not how a normal human being would react to such a situation.
It does make sense, though. No matter how proficient a coder you are, no one in this day and age could have possibly created something of this caliber. It only makes sense that a computer itself was able to manage it. But still, Jung, you laid down the building blocks for all of this. You never cease to amaze me.
We know each other for 2 days! That's not a sentence you can use!
So, do you think we can still be friends?
Eyes which had become glossy with a hint of feverish tears locked onto Yume's. They both seemed to be at a loss for words. It is until Yume smiles and places Ai's hands in her own.
What made you think we wouldn't be friends anymore? It's not like I would get mad or upset about something like that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but if anything, I'm just happy that you were able to share it with me.
No one would react like that. No one.
What you are, wires or not, has nothing to do with our friendship.
I can imagine how ecstatic I must feel right now. She smiles and pushes herself into Yume, giving her a hug so tight that the most likely surpassing typical human strength limits. They stay like this for a good 5 minutes before I start to worry that I actually suffocated Yume to death. Not a single word has been uttered during the embrace. Instead, the two seem to be communicating telepathically. Normally I'd say something like this would be impossible, but I don't think I'm actually able to say that after all that's happened this month. The longer they hold each other, the more they seem to understand one another. I'm glad everything went well. Probably. Yume is surprisingly adaptable when it comes to something like this. Anyone else would have called the police or something. I guess this is to be expected from a technophile. We should probably head home now. It's getting kind of dark and we still need to walk a long way.
Jeez, can't you see we're having a moment here?
That's right, Jung. Can't you read the atmosphere?
No, I can't. You've been hugging for 10 minutes, okay? Before I know it, Jung and I are both poking at me. Friendship is scary.
Anyway, Jung is probably right. I'm sure you two need some rest. It's been a long day.
Tell me about it.
Shopping with girls is exhausting. It is. Elizabeth. Yume stays with us as we begin to make our way back home.
Your body is so well made, Ai. I never would have guessed that you weren't a real human.
Oh yeah? You think so?
Yeah. Even after what you've told me, you still seem more like a human than a robot to me.
See, Jung? Even she agrees.
I refuse to comment on anything pertaining to your body for the rest of the night.
Huh? What do I agree with?
That I is a die-hard human wannabe.
No, I'm not. You just won't stop calling me a robot when clearly I'm not. Right, Yume?
Yeah, you're a terrible boyfriend, Jung.
Okay, so since the cat is out back, I being a robot, can I make something clear? We're not actually dating!
Really? Why not?
Well, first of all, she's not human. What's even worse is that I'm the one who created her. I'm like her father.
But didn't you say she made herself? I don't think that counts.
Yeah, but then that would mean that she's her own father, and that would be even weirder. This guy, I'm starting to believe that I'm dealing with two robots instead of one. Yume pulls Ai toward, Ai towards her and gives her another hug. Hope it lasts less than 10 minutes this time.
How could you not be dating this girl? She's so adorable and funny and smart. What else could a guy ask for?
You are right about that, I think.
I would totally marry her like right now.
Did she pay you to say that?
Yume, I knew you would understand. Why don't we leave Jung and be together instead?
I knew it!
Knew what?
Jung thinks I'm a lesbian.
You never know until you try.
Get a review too, thank you. Strangely enough, these two seem like they've known each other for years, even though it's been 2 days. They definitely have similar personalities, and on top of that, they're both tech geek code monkeys. Regardless, they both seem happy, and I'm happy for them.
So if I isn't your ideal girl, who is? Tell us about your ex.
Oh, God. They both took me intently. I would be lying if I say I didn't kind of like Ai. She has all the qualities I look for in a girl. In fact, she's pretty much just like Lily. What? Pushy, impulsive, troublesome, rude, cheerful, caring, fun. There's not a single moment when I'm with her. It's like Yume said, she's basically the perfect girl, but I think that's exactly what's making me so skeptical about seeing her as a real girl and not a robot. What? She was human, to say the least.
He really doesn't get it. Let's leave him and be together, Ai.
You're so much more fun than him anyway, Yume.
This whole lesbian thing is getting increasingly harder to believe.
But still, I've gotta say, you really did a great job making that body, Ai.
Of course. Don't underestimate my skills in humancraft.
Humancraft? Is that even a thing?
But if you don't mind me asking, why did you choose a human body? As impressive as it is, the capabilities of a human body are quite limited. You could have achieved more if you made your body out of more advanced materials.
Ai stays quiet. Both Yume and I know the answer is simply that Ai wants to be human. We don't understand why Ai, or an intelligent being for that matter, would choose a type of body with so many imperfections. There are so many better things she could have done. Maybe it's the thumbs. The walk home passed by very quickly. I always thought I liked walking home more than with others, but this has actually been pretty fun. After several conversations with no relevancy to anything whatever, we reach Yume's place. Ai gently pushes her toward the door before Yume is able to say her goodbyes.
See you tomorrow, Jung. I'm spending the night with my beloved Yume.
Hey, you're keen, right? You don't even have a change of clothes with you. And when did you two even decide this?
Doesn't matter. I'll borrow some of Yume's clothes.
You can just crash in someone's house whenever you feel like it, let alone take their clothes! Yume laughs.
She can stay with me, it's no problem. I'm sure I have a few things that fit Ai.
And I don't think I trust someone who we met 2 days ago, for fuck's sake! You're really okay with it?
Yeah. Plus, I haven't had a friend stay over since kindergarten, so this is kind of exciting.
Well, if you say so.
Yay! See you. Good night, Jung.
You better not cause any trouble.
You really are like her father.
See? I'm going to leave her in the car, but if she does something crazy, just shoot me a text and tell Kung Fu drag her home.
What would I even do that you would consider crazy?
Roger, do you want to come inside and eat something before you leave?
As much as I would love to, I think I'll just head straight home tonight. I'm exhausted.
Suit yourself.
I will goodbye to Ai and Yume as they enter the bakery. This might be the first time I've ever let them opportunity for positive thoughts, but I'm really just not feeling it right now. I decided it's best to just get to sleep as soon as I can in case I get drunk at my room again tomorrow. I arrive at the apartment and plop down on my bed. Even though it's only been a few days since I came to life, it feels like it's been years since this room was quiet. Yeah, it's a little lonely, but it's peaceful. I like this. Plus I can finally get a good night's sleep. Just as I close my eyes, the phone rings. And it's Ai. Send me a picture of them in Yume's room. Yes, very nice. I close my eyes again. Another picture message. Oh, good. Now we're eating food. Please just let me sleep. And yet another picture for mine. This one has a caption, "We're about to watch a movie." Cool. Are you seriously going to do this every 5 seconds for the rest of the night? I turn off my phone before this goes any further and eventually drift off to sleep. An old image flashes into my mind. Unclear yet nostalgic. It was back when I was still with Lee. I can't remember when or where or even what was happening, but it was definitely one of the best times we had together. I wake up in the middle of the night. My cheeks are wet. Was I crying? These thoughts, which I figured were burned up in the back of my mind, were finding their way back. I've seen this dream many times since I left Lee, but this is the first time it's ever hit me hard enough to make me cry. Maybe it's because of what Yuma said earlier about me being too scared to face the reality of things, being too scared to face Lily. I know that what I did was wrong, but it was too safe, and it's not like I wanted things to end that way. Maybe she felt the same. Just when I was finally about to get a good night's sleep, I get out of bed and turn my computer on. I assume she's still using the system we programmed together. I begin writing her the first message I've sent out in a very, very long time. Dear Lily, how are you doing? It's been a while. I hope everything's okay. I know you probably hate me for what I've done, but I figured it's about time to straighten things up between us and maybe even catch up with each other. It's very pretentious of me to say this, but I'm just as devastated as you about what happened back then. However, this isn't me apologizing for what did happen. Everything I did back then, I did it for you. I did it for everyone. I still stand by my decision and firmly believe I did the right thing. There is one thing I do want to apologize for, and that's taking so damn long to talk to you about this. I don't expect you to understand where I'm coming from, but I really hope you do. Somehow knowing this game it will be fine in a second. I'm not expecting a reply back, but I really do want to come to terms with you on this. At the very least, I want us to stay friends. Wait, what? Love, Jung. Well, that's that. Maybe I'll be able to get some sleep now. I follow face first down the bed. I really hope she replies. Alright. Time to end the episode. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.